Hey folks, and welcome back to some more Grand Tactician. So we've done it. We've had a massive recruitment drive. This is probably going to bankrupt me actually, but we've got them all recruited. Let's go through the armies and show you where I've put your units, where I can anyway. So let's kick off with the area around Washington and Northern Virginia. And what I tend to do is I set up a good recruiting army. In this case, we've got Scott here. He suddenly jumped up to 66,000 men. And we use armies like this as administrative points rather than field armies, partly because they've got decent administration, which is okay. So it's going to help train the guys. And I've got divisions coming in, and then I will assign those divisions to the field armies when they are mustered, and maybe when we've got them equipped with better weapons. So, starting off, we've got Hooker's divisions. And just to keep it easier, so I know where all your units are. All yours are in two brigade divisions at the moment, but we may switch that around later once they're all mustered. But this is just for ease to show you where I've got it. So we've got the Wolftone Volunteers, and we've got Erin's Rock. I've tried to keep the guys from the right states. I think I've got them all from the states you requested. I had to sort of maybe disband some of our 12-month volunteers to put recruits back into the pool to get them. But we did it. We've got the Baltimore Bruisers. I got them from Maryland. I think that was quite fitting. We've got the Florida Loyalists. Yeah, they had a long drive, well, a long sail up the coast to Massachusetts where they mustered. Oh, you've noticed we've got a few different uniform colours and images going on there. And we can change those around if you want. We've got the Nutmeg Regiment. We've got Dures Zouaves, the first really colourful one. These do show up on the battlefield as well, as far as I know. And the Meadville... Oh, have I spelled that wrong? Should I have an E on the end? The Meadville Fire Zouaves. It sounds like it probably should. Let me just... Can I do that? I can, yes. Thank you, game. We've got the Fairmount Fusiliers. The Pennsylvania Raiders. That's one of the first... Actually, the only player... No, sorry, we've got some more player cavalry regiments coming in. And then all these other divisions, these are just generic, non-named ones. We can name one after you guys. If anyone who doesn't have one already can request one. That's no problem whatsoever. And then as we head west, we've got another recruitment center. This is the central department. So over here, I've got... don't worry, this isn't an army that's going off to war. These are just for administration purposes, and then we can assign you guys where you need to be. So we've got Sherman's division over here. And under him, we've got the Honey Badgers. Is this the right colour for a Honey Badger? We don't get Honey Badgers in the UK, so I had to try and guess from a Google search. And we've also got Domeshatton's Brigade as well. A good old veteran returning home. And then, spreading on further west, we've got a load of new recruits coming down at Cairo. There's a lot of you guys down here. We're going to be the Army of the Mississippi when we transfer you to a suitable commander. We've got the Scandinavian Vikings and the Swedish Bears. Let me know if you want me to change the colours. I couldn't resist going for the colours of the Swedish flag there, as close as I could get. We've got Vanderbilt Iron Brigade, the first California Sand Crabs, who aren't from California. I don't think I can recruit Californian state troops in this, but we'll say they travelled and mustered in Illinois when the call came. Hinton's Rough Riders and Leonidas' Dragoons. We've got two player cavalry brigades right there. And that's all for that one. And did we recruit any in St. Louis? We may have done. No, we didn't. So I think that's everyone. Let me know if I've forgotten. I may have recruited some units elsewhere that I've forgotten to show you. We do have some more armies on the move. We're forming an army which will become the Army of the Tennessee. We've also got... Can't see them here. We've formed an Army of the Kentucky as well. Or Army of Kentucky. It's probably in the same place. Or is it over here? Is that it? No, this is the Army of the Far West. No, I beg your pardon. Yes, this is the Army of the Far West. Their intention, once they've all mustered, and they'll be mustering troops around here, is to actually go and try and control this area, Oklahoma, or the Indian Territory as it is now, and take those forts back. So they are actually designed with sieges in mind. If we look at their commanders, I've put engineers in there. Don't know how much it helps. It does say in the tooltip it does help in sieges. I don't know how much. We have formed an Army of Kentucky somewhere. I don't know where it is. It will form around here once it gets there. And they are just actually 100% Kentucky recruited troops. So we are going into Kentucky. The way the game works when you recruit a unit, let me just show you for those who aren't familiar with this. if I were to add someone in, we can choose the state. It doesn't matter what state. They can be recruited anywhere. They just obviously have to travel there. It takes a bit longer if the state is further away. But let's find someone like Kentucky in there. So you can see their state support is at 64. It's because it's a border state. Now, the way I think this works, how it was explained to me when I first started playing the game, is they will get 100% morale when they're fighting within their home state, but only this percentage of their morale when they're outside their home state. I don't know if that ever got changed, but I think that's how it used to work. So with states with divided loyalties, we're going to try and use those forces as close to their home as possible. And I think that's it. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. We've got an army that, well, it will muster over here. This is going to be a little amphibious force that we have. We're going down, knocking out the coastal forts down this seaboard over here. So, lots going on. Whole lot of exciting times ahead. And probably a whole load of bonds about to be issued as our government tries to pay for all these new units that have just been recruited. Yep, there we go. I knew it. I called it. Union issues bonds. Economy has dropped a little bit, but that's okay. Ah, this looks interesting. So the Army of the West is being attacked. McCulloch retreated initially. It looks like they've either recruited or gathered some forces together and are coming back at me. For some reason, we are demoralized. I don't know why that is. Unit contains 1 brigade with a total of 2,100 men that are low on morale. Okay, well, I'll show you the battle map and position. The Rebs were coming on down from this road, and I was exactly right. They came exactly where I thought they would be. And this is the victory point location. And I haven't completed my defences in time, which is a bit of a chitter, really. And it was actually Grant's brigade who... hang on, let's get those moving at the double. Who were the nervous, unsteady ones. And I think it's just because they had a bit of a surprise last time. Okay. Alright, here they come. Hang on. We do have decent weapons here, so let's get some skirmishers out. We are slightly outnumbered, and I'm happy to sit behind my defences. Let's get the skirmishers on the flank, and let's play at 5 times speed for the time being. We're trying to knock out the enemy artillery with my artillery. If we can get those guys chased off, then we've got an excellent situation here. Let's get Grant's skirmishers over there. Is that another detachment? Yeah, so if we chase the cannoneers off, then infantry brigades just send out detachment after detachment to reoccupy them. I'm not too sure how I feel about all that, to be quite honest, but we're going to try and keep these guys... Well, we're chasing them off as well, so that's all good. Grant's skirmishers can do their thing there. We've got some more skirmishers at this side. I think I'll just pull these over onto there. We are, like... We're not in a very strong position. Lyon's brigade's not looking too good. I kind of want to go finish that off, but it really, really doesn't matter. Oh, God. Here comes some more artillery. Well, my own gunners are doing a good job, and they are well supplied with good ammunition. And look at this. Oh, actually, these guys have the skilled laying 1. I've already given them an upgrade. I must have done it in one of the previous battles. That's where they earned it. And that makes them more effective at counter-battery fire. And the more they do that, the more that levels up, and the more effective they become. Can I just try... Yeah, let's get Grant's skirmishers on the go here as well. We want to keep these guns under possible fire from everything. Alright, I'm just happy to let the enemy batter its head against me at this point. There's no reinforcements coming. Not for us. So this is pretty cool. We can see this is leveled up to skilled laying 2 already. We get 20% bonus to counter battery accuracy, and the morale hit from enemy artillery fire is reduced by 50%. I think it's going to be essential. Whoa, 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 whoa. I saw that. I saw that. I think it's going to be essential that every artillery unit in the game picks that as their upgrade. Fall back. It's 2 times speed. These guys are coming on a bit too quickly for my liking. I do like the different uniforms that are on display in the game, although these will not look too closely at the sprites. I never mind graphics or a lack of quality graphics in a war game, as long as the campaign and the gameplay is good or acceptable. Yeah, we're having to pull away from this. Okay, let's switch to fire at will. They'll pick their targets as they come. Let's get these skirmishers on this flank here. Grant's skirmishers are falling back and firing on the enemy. This is quite obviously going to be the case that I need to get these chaps out and on the double. It looks like a single brigade that's attacking. Grant will see them off, but Grant's about to get outflanked, and I do not like the optics of this. We need to see these guys off. If the rebels attack in a coordinated manner, this could actually turn the position completely. They're going in. Right, now we're in. It's okay, it's okay. I think they're going back at this point. These artillerymen seem to be trying to return to the brigade. I think that's the detachment where they came from. Good. Now we need to rapidly get Grant's men facing that way. That's good, that's good. Panic over. And the artillery's turning on them. I like how it does track the amount of... Is it shot, shell and canister? I rarely let the cannons get into canister range, because they take a volley or return fire from the infantry, enemy infantry, and it devastates them pretty quickly. There we go. There we go. If they had attacked in a coordinated fashion, I think they could have turfed Grant out of his position there. But they didn't, and so we're good. What would happen if I went charge? This is... Oh, they're retreating. That's okay. It's a super risky thing to do because it doesn't actually work like you would expect it to. Let's send the Lion's men forward. Enemy's pulling back, but I think we can get another sneaky little attack. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, pause. Pause, damn it. Pause. Halt. Yeah, mistakes were made there. Me trying to play on too fast a speed. 5 times is enough, thank you. Lion's going to take some casualties here, but they're pulling back now. That's good. That's good. Let's get into the position there. On the double. This is good. Okay, let's form Lion's men up like this. And his skirmishers like this, and then Grant's going to turn up. And when he gets in position, he's in range to start shooting. There we go. Everyone's in a bad way there. Brilliant. Looks like we've seen the rebels off. I think our better rifles helped hugely in that engagement. Yeah. That was brilliant. That was almost 10-to-1 casualties. Better equipment, and our guys were better rested and in the better position. And that counter battery fire, damn, that definitely made a difference. So that was a good result. We're still trying to take control of this, and I think if I get control of this town, it'll flip control of this region to us as well. If I just put this on, we can see the front lines. I think it's based on this, but I'm not 100% sure, so we'll see. Otherwise, we do have more troops massing in St. Louis to come and help clean this up, and we've got more forces, although some of those forces are due to be transferred directly to Wool's army down here. He's got 4,000 men. He's sitting in the heart of enemy territory. That is a bold move right there. And some people are unhappy. Let me go and see if we can figure out why that is. So if they're led by commanders with either low fame or poor leadership, that's a problem. But that's not directly an issue there. I don't think it's an issue there with Grant. Grant's sort of managed to bring himself back around. He was in a bit of a mess. What about here? No, it all looks good. So I can't quite see the reason. Union morale intact. It is. It's doing good. It is doing good. So it might... Oh, God, what's this? Okay, this isn't too bad. I thought it was going to be a terrible, terrible fight. McClellan's retreated. Fremont and... Oh, Fremont and Rosecrans, they're two of the new armies. Fremont, actually, that's my Army of Kentucky, I think. Yeah, I must have brought him out here. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, they're going to be forming. Anyway, let's go and see what happened over here. This is a fairly even fight, so I think we can take it on. Okay, so day one came and went, and it looks like it was spent largely with the Rebs marching all the way down to meet me at this bottom corner of the map. I don't think they've got an awful lot, and I think they're just going to come straight down the road. So we've managed to dig in a little bit and try and get prepared to meet them, and I've got some skirmishes out just to keep an eye on. Let's see how this develops. Okay, here they come. We're going to play at 20 times speed at the moment just to get them into position. Oh, God, they've got artillery. That's not good. My force in the valley still has no guns, so we need to be careful of that. Slow it down. However, they are coming straight across. This is at quite a sharp angle because I did worry that they may have come down this road across this field, but I don't think I needed to have worried so much. Let's get the skirmishes out across the stream there. Well, the first stage of the rebel attack is going back. Jackson's brigade and Stuart's cavalry are on the... Oh, okay. So Stuart's cavalry is bugged out. It is broken, but it's not moving. I don't think they will take any further casualties. Oh, they've gone now. That's okay. Sometimes that bugs out, and if you to charge a unit that's broken but bugged like that, it absolutely destroys you. Little issue with the game. I wish they could have fixed that, but it's not going to happen now. Nice, we chased those guys off. However, I'm a little concerned that there may be some more. Oi, 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 back here. I don't know where you think you're going. Meanwhile, Wingcoop skirmishers. They took a bit of canister to the face, but they are chasing off the enemy guns, so that's good news. I think we dare. They've broken. That's not such good news. Get back in your trenches. I think this is going to be a case of we send out more skirmishers to try and... Are they on the retreat? If they're on the retreat, we may be able to get them. Right, let's try it. I think they're on the hop. Let's go in. The guns have certainly disappeared and have no intention of coming back. Right, in that case then, let's get all the riflemen in. We'll move 20 times speed, I think. Oh, the guns have stopped and now shooting at me. The best thing I can probably do is try and get into this creek bed here. Yeah, I've exposed myself to artillery unnecessarily here. This is not great. Whoa! They're coming in. Let's just put that... Playing at 20 times speed is all well and good until the enemy suddenly change their mind. That looked impressive though, didn't it? See, if you don't zoom in too far, so you don't see the fine details, that looks like an impressive battle scene right there. I quite like that. I'm going to throw in a charge. I think this is probably a stupid thing to do, but damn it, one of these times I would like to see that actually work. Alright, they're in a bad state now. We're not going to catch them. They're charging to where the enemy... Wait. Does that do anything? No, we charge through them. We take no casualties. I don't... Well, the enemy looks like they just took a load of casualties. I'm just going to advance, I think. We've got to be careful that we don't get caught out doing this. It's a minor victory at the moment. I don't know if the enemy have reinforcements coming, Generally, it would have said they are retreating before now. And it hasn't, so that's got me a little bit confused. This artillery battery is going to take a volley in the face any second. Halt. Oh, we've spotted an enemy brigade at the back. Oh, are you set to... They are set to shoot at short range. Now they're going. We can set the charge from there, but I don't think we'll catch them. We can capture that. We can man their guns, but it'll make no difference. So we can have it set to long range, medium range, or short range for the shooting. It should be long range by default. It isn't always, and sometimes when that's lit up, it doesn't always mean that it's lit up. It's been my experience with the game. And sometimes the commander on his own initiative will change how the troops are supposed to shoot and fire. I'd say that's short range right there. Yeah, I left it at high speed. I didn't see any benefit to playing that properly. Excellent. Over 3-1 casualties again. Getting some good experience for our guys. Colonel Greg loses face. Poor old Colonel Greg. So that was pretty good. Don't worry, folks. The battles do get a bit tougher when the enemy recruits some bigger forces. And, of course, when everyone gets more, well, better trained soldiers, better weapons, and a bit more experience. It does make a difference. So we should have taken Alexandria. I want to march down and occupy the rail junction at Manassas. Stop the rebels using this way of getting out. We kind of want a force to control this valley because it does become a problem. Okay, that's looking good though. So let's go and see. They're having to retreat out of there. That's good. We're going to try and hold Winchester. Let's take a look at the army. Did everyone get out in good condition? So far, so good. Wincoop's looking good. Williams. Wait, wasn't... Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong army. I'm thinking of these guys over here. I was looking to see how Grant was doing. Make sure he was okay. Yeah, very famous. He'll make I think he'll make a good leader someday. We'll get him into division command next. Or maybe we'll just bump him straight up to army command. Who knows? Ah, there we go. This is my army of the far west. I've ordered them to move here to muster. We've got a depot there, so makes life a bit easier. We've got 22 days. Where's that unit from? Michigan. And we've got some Iowa artillery batteries, which I've kitted out with something a bit different to try and help with the siege of the forts down here. Interestingly, we do have a little bit of support in the Indian territory, so we could recruit units there at a later date, but that's not a job for right now. Let's see what the supply situations of these guys should be fine, because they don't have any soldiers in there yet. So that's alright. That's looking fine. Halleck with his just single brigade that's there, 3-month volunteers. They're about to all go home. McClellan's re-established himself. We do want to go back into Grafton. I kind of need to get all of these. Grafton's got the supplies. I'm going to move up to... Yeah, let's move up to Marietta. Get him in position, ready to go. Alright, things are looking good at the moment. How's the siege of Fort Monroe going? So, it is heading towards a Confederate victory. We do have 2 lots. I mean, the fort's in good condition. And they've taken more casualties, but they have a huge force here. Unless it gets called away, I can't see the outcome of that changing. And I can't see me trying to reinforce it, so... That's probably a done deal. It's okay. It's not really giving us much of a benefit doing what it's doing. Just checking our fleets to see if they are in a situation to upgrade. They're not yet. Yeah, Fort Monroe surrenders. I thought that was coming. Although it surrendered rather quickly, because I thought the fort was at 99%. I mean, there wasn't a breach or anything. I suppose they had enough men to throw them at it. Forts do tend to... I'm guessing we've lost that officer as well, have we? Following commanders are reported wounded. Captain Otto D. Post. I think he must have been out of there. Probably captured, actually. I don't know if there's a mechanic in the game for capturing officers. Which that, unfortunately, does free up. Holy crap. That's going to be 29,000 men come steaming up here before long. So let's take a look at our Eastern Department. How long until... I mean, there's a brigade here. We could send these guys out. These are just 12-month volunteers, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. A brigade. There's a whole division. I should probably deploy them forwards. And our first one, we're still... Oh, we're still a few days away. Okay, let's transfer these guys over to the Army of Northeastern Virginia, which I may rename at some point. Once I can find it in there. Yeah, let's give them a full division. Sykes division can go and join them. And we just need to hold out until the new recruits come. I mean, there's McCook's forces there. Oh, God, they're 3-month volunteers as well. So in 1 month time, there's going to be a mass exodus, 29 days. So the new recruits will be in by then. Oh, interesting. I got a warning saying Fort Lambert was being besieged. What have the rebels come at me with? Can I see? So on the Western Department, they have joined in. However, we do have a few more. And the fort may or may not hold. It looks like it's leaning our way at the moment. So we're going to let Buell do his thing. Buell does also have reinforcements hopefully forming with him. I don't particularly want to lose that. We do need some fleets on the rivers. Little gunboats or something to hopefully stop the Confederates being able to use all these ferries. That would be really nice. What do we have over here? Do we have anything formed up? We have 1 brigade of 12-month volunteers and some artillery. He's a useful looking guy. Some artillery that's about to... half of it go home anyway. Are we forming up? Not yet. What's happened down here? Oh, yeah, let's see what happened down here. So we took Carrollton. Eventually, we managed to wrestle control over. I think, has that done it if I go front lines? Yes, it has. Okay, so that's pushed control of these places over to us by taking the name town. I think they're the ones that we actually really need to focus on getting. The Western Army is sat down there with 7,500 men. I don't want to advance just yet. I'm getting a warning. I'm low on ammunition and unhappy. Veterans are happy with commanders. I'm pretty sure the unhappiness, because these are fine. I think it's Lions men because they are from Missouri. And yeah, their support status is lower because they... yeah, I've got 2 lots actually. So... he's not looking the greatest of leaders ever, is he? I wonder if I could replace him with... Mind you, it was Grant's men that were unhappy last time. I think it's because they're out of their home state. I think that's what the problem is. Slightly worrying thing I've come up with is that their reinforcements or replacements are also Missourians. I may have chosen... Mind you, I've got to use them somewhere. So, there's as good as anywhere. A recruitment crisis. The CSA isn't able to fill the ranks. Okay. New laws being drafted. Are they heading towards drafting troops? Conscription? Because I'm pretty sure that's going to go down like a lead balloon. So we should have captured. We've got Winchester. Oh, God. 15,000 men under Richard Anderson just came steaming up. I think we're going to withdraw from that across the river. Just as we got control of the depot and everything as well. Yep, withdraw. Withdraw. I don't know why you're not using the road. I don't know why you're going straight across the bloody river here. But anyway, that's an issue for the game designers, I guess. So what have we got? We've got 20,000 men here. Well, that's good. For the time being, that's actually useful. We're desperately waiting on reinforcements. And the divisions are starting to form up. Do you know what? We could actually deploy these straight away. Because what we can do... They're 6 days away. I'll put those in Baker's division. Transfer Stone over to Hooker's division. We've got the Baltimore Bruisers and Erin's Rock here. We can actually send them straight over. That's 6,000 men. They'll be desperately needed. And we've got enough Springfield rifled muskets to upgrade them as well. That's excellent. Let's make sure they're both kitted out. What we really need is some artillery, but they... Oh, it's close, actually. I tried to recruit these from nearby states, so that's possible. We're going to get some that we can send out. Excellent. Let's transfer those over. They want the Pennsylvania department. And Hooker's division is coming over. Didn't think it was going to let me transfer then. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that button does. I don't want to click it. So, these guys who are currently retreating do have another division coming. They desperately need the artillery and some cavalry.